Everyone says that a good morning routine will fix your life, but what if I told you that's exactly why you're still stuck? Because the motivation that you feel at 6 am won't save you at 3 pm. I followed all the routines, woke up at 5 am, journaled, meditated, gratitude journaled, but by the afternoon I was back on my phone, scrolling and gooning, because I had no idea what to do next. I felt productive in the morning, but like a loser at night. But now, 3 years later, I can go a whole day being productive, staying productive, and not just being productive in the morning. And in this video, I will show you the exact 3-step system to understand why morning routines trick you into thinking that you've won, how small decisions destroy your productivity, and the system I use now that actually carries me through the whole day and not just the first hour. Morning routines, they're sold as the key to a better life. And yeah, they feel good for a while, but nobody talks about what happens after the morning routine. The rest of the day is just empty. You're constantly wondering, should I go to the gym now? Oh, what should I do next? Should I work? Should I eat? What should I do? So you just end up gaming, scrolling or gooning because there's no structure and those are easier to do. You've tricked your brain into thinking that you've won the day at 7 am. But in reality you had no plan. You don't lack motivation. You're drowning in micro decisions and unpreparedness. Step 1. Decision fatigue. Now a morning routine is by all means great, but for me and many other people, it just won't save your entire day. It's supposed to set up your day for success. And yes, it does. But you don't know what to do for the rest of the day. So you're just, gooning around. Because you constantly have to think about everything you're going to do. You end up resorting to the easy and instant gratification tasks instead of putting in the work that you actually wanted. And so although you had a productive morning, the rest of your day has gone to waste. I was exactly like you are 2.5 years ago. I would wake up at 6 am, I started to wake up early, 6 am bro, I'm waking up early. And then the first thing I do, grab my phone, put on the Medito app, meditate for 5 minutes, write down 3 things I was grateful for. Then I'd go in and I would get sunlight, I'll read a little bit, I'll do all the things I was told. But I went to school, I came home, and this is where it already goes wrong. I eat a little junk food. And then I'm like, oh yeah, might as well double the pleasure. So I watch a YouTube video. Then another one. Then I go onto TikTok. Then I start scrolling. Then my friend texts me and says, hey, do you want to hop on Fortnite? I hop on Fortnite. And you see, now a day that I was supposed to be completely productive. And I had engraved this mindset, oh yeah, I'm going to be a great guy, I'm going to make so much progress. I'm going to become this self-improvement giga chad guy who just does all the crazy habits and is super disciplined. But instead, I had a fairly, it's not an impressive morning, but at least, that's way better than most people. But then the rest of the day just gone to shit completely. Step 2. Death by 1,000 cuts. So basically there are 2 types of tasks, hard and easy tasks. And every single day, we have limited brain power. There comes a point where you're so tired, your brain is so fatigued, that it can't do any more hard tasks. And so you think that the reason why you can't do any more work is because you're doing hard tasks. But maybe you've realized that you're not actually producing that much and you still feel like, oh yeah, I can't work, the only thing you're doing is you're meditating in the morning and you're going to school. That's the only productive thing. And then you still feel like, oh yeah, I can't be asked, to do the work. That is because you spend so much time doing the easy tasks, but you do many of them, and they sap your brain power. So this is what I mean by death by 1,000 cuts. So you might not think of, hearing about your random classmate's relationship problem as something that, would take away from your focus. But it's just one little cut. It's one of the 1,000 cuts which will make you less, focused. You can't really think because, oh yeah, this guy told you about his problems, you're thinking a little bit about them. Then you have to know what clothes you're going to wear in the morning. Then you have to go ahead and make your breakfast. What are you going to eat later? Oh, what am I going to eat for school? I forgot to make my lunch, now you have to buy something. You see, all these little things. Oh shit, I gotta pack my gym clothes. All these little things, it's one small cut at a time. But again, it's death by 1,000 cuts. It slowly kills you without you realizing. And that's why the small tasks like listening to your random classmates' problems, figuring out what you're going to eat for tomorrow, you know, finding your clothes, those things are more detrimental than, you know, the things that sap your brain power, which are actually challenging. Like for me, recording this video, scripting the video, you know, whatever it may be, going to the gym, right? These things sap your brain power, but you're not doing any of those things. So why is your brain power being sapped? Well, that is specifically because you're being killed by 1,000 cuts. You have to take so many small decisions every single day. And so now you can't even do the hard work. You can't even do the things that you said were important to you. And that's why the more micro decisions you have to take, the bigger the chance of you procrastinating on something important. Because think about it. If you spend your entire day, you know, oh, there's problems, oh, I forgot to do this homework, I forgot to do this for school, I forgot to set up my computer, I forgot to charge it, you know, there's all sorts of small problems, but they add up. Think about it. If I cut you with the knife one time, trust me, I won't. I'm just joking. But if I did, right, one cut would not do anything. 2 cuts would not do anything. But over time, the more times I cut you, slowly you're dying. It was only a small cut that I did, but I did it so many times that eventually you bleed and you know you just die. And it's the same thing with your energy. It saps a little bit of your energy, but it happens so many times that at the end of the day, you promised yourself that when you came home from school you were gonna write the video script and record your first video, or you were gonna go to the gym. You end up doing nothing because although you had your morning routine, you've had to take so many decisions throughout the day that now you don't even have the brain power to do the thing you wanted to do. So step 3, preparation is key. So basically the best solution which I have found to this problem is preparation. We can prepare. This is not to over exaggerate, but the day I started preparing, for example, what I did was I would write down what I was going to do for work the next morning. I would load up, you know, the document where I was going to script my video, and I would write down exactly, tomorrow morning I'm going to script this video, it's going to be about this is a topic, boom boom boom, right? I wrote down exactly what I was going to do, and the next morning I was 50% more productive than I usually would be. And I'm not over exaggerating, this was just from one day. Usually, you know, I'd wake up, I'd, you know, wipe my eyes, I'll go over to my desk, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to work, you know, it's 5 AM, I'm gonna have to work. And I'll just open up the computer and I'll think about it, I'll be like, oh, I need to script a video for today, man. Oh, I don't know, okay, do I edit it, do I make a thumbnail, what do I really do, you know? And you know, I would never really get anything like crazy done. I'd spend 2 hours and the only thing I'd get done is like half the script. Nothing special at all. But then I literally just implemented this one thing. It's not even a big thing. I literally only prepared by writing down what I was going to do and opening up the document on the computer. The following morning when I opened up my computer, the first thing I did was, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, what am I going to do? I'm gonna write the script for this video. Oh, this is what the video is about. Okay, yeah. Well, I already had the doc open. Just started writing. Wrote the entire script in the whole morning. And I even did more work. You see, that's the only thing, like, that was the only thing I did just to change it. And so there are 2 ways which we can prepare, and I'll just explain both of them to you. So the first one is automating tasks. So this is where we do tasks for our future self, so he can save brain power tomorrow, and we just spend the rest of the brain power that we have left for today after doing all the hard tasks. So we basically make sure we use all of our brain power today, and then we save our future self's brain power tomorrow. So this could be things like making sure that your breakfast is already made, you just have to take it out the fridge. Again, writing down exactly what task you're going to do, and then opening up the document on your computer. It could be laying out the clothes you're going to use for the gym tomorrow or for school. It could be meal prepping, it could be whatever. It just has to be something that makes your future self have to think less, because again, the less decisions your future self has to make, the more output he can make, the more work he can do, and the more he can get done, and the more of the hard tasks he can actually do. You can even clean up every day in your room if something is like put to the side, you know, where it shouldn't be. You can put everything in place so it's exactly where it should be, so you can use it whenever you need it. Now the second way to prepare for the following day is time blocking. This is literally mapping out our exact following day. So we're figuring out exactly when are we going to go to the gym, when are we going to work, when are we going to do this, when are we going to meditate, you know. And you have to be specific. It's not like, oh, I got to go to the gym here. Be even more specific. At this time, I'll train upper body. At this time, I'll script a video. At this time, I'll meditate for 5 minutes. At this time, I'll gratitude journal 5 things I'm grateful for. You have to be specific, because the thing is, most of the time, the reason why we procrastinate is because we're confused. We don't know what to do. It isn't clear exactly what the thing or the task that we need to do is. And so we're like, oh yeah, I can't be asked, you know, figuring out. So just procrastinate. That's the main reason why we procrastinate. But if you're like me, where you're in school or maybe you work a job, and you don't have the exact same day every single day. For like me, you know, one day will be come off school at like 13:30, and the other day it'll be 15. So it's like different. And then I also have my part-time job. So you might say, oh yeah, Lawrence, you know, I can't make like a full like exact daily routine for every day, and I don't have that either. But the way that I use this idea of time blocking and making sure that every single day of the, like every hour of the day is mapped out, so I know exactly what I'm going to do when. What I do is I have my, basically like my ideal day, the most productive day ever, and then I take every single day before I go to bed, I take that day and I try to fit it in as best as possible to the school day. So let's say there is one day where we are off at 13:30 and I don't have to go work my part-time job. Then I'll of course be able to do the same like tasks, but I will put them in an order where I have more time for some of the tasks, and I'll basically make sure that I have the most productive day as possible. So let me just take you an example of what I did yesterday for today. So I wrote down, tomorrow morning I'm going to script this video that you're watching right now, and then I'm going to go to school, and then when I come home I'm going to go to work, and then immediately I'm going to go to the gym afterwards. When I come home I'm going to eat dinner, and the moment I'm done eating dinner I'm going to gratitude journal 5 things, I'm going to read my Bible for 10 minutes, and I'm going to read a non-fiction book for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to record this video. Once I'm done recording this video, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to journal just for like 10 minutes, just 1 page maybe. Then I'm going to brush my teeth, prepare my breakfast for tomorrow, and I'm going to bed. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm never confused. I've reduced my procrastination and my wasting time to almost zero. Like, today I have not scrolled. Yesterday I think I watched 3 videos, like 3 the YouTube shorts. I watched 3 YouTube shorts because I couldn't really be asked journaling. And then I was like, oh yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Loris? That's how little I procrastinate, just because I time block so well. I write down exactly what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. I'm never confused. I always know exactly what I'm going to do the following day. I have it written down. I'll look at my timetable if I'm confused. I'll look at it if I have nothing to do. I'll basically just ingrain it so much in my mind that I am always aware of the exact task that I need to do. And the reason why this works is, again, because we save brain power for our future self. He doesn't need to think about, oh, when am I going to the gym, when am I journaling, right? Because, as I said with me, I don't even need to think about it. I just listened to you exactly what I'm going to do today, and I have not thought about it. I just wrote it down yesterday. We save ourselves from thinking, and we save him from procrastinating and not doing the work. We save him from the micro decisions which saps his brain power, which makes it harder for him to do hard tasks just like I'm doing right now. So if you want my help with crafting your personal, perfect daily routine, which aligns to your goals, gets you the self-respect that you want, and feel genuine pride every single day, then click the first link in the description. It's our free Discord brotherhood, and I will personally help you transform your life. This is basically everything, and if I were you, I would combine the morning routine with the time blocking and preparation, because I'm not saying that, you know, it's horrible to do a morning routine. Like, I still have a routine in the morning, but I just find it better to have the whole daily routine, because then you're never confused. Then you're not just, you have like clarity over what you're doing in the morning. You have clarity the entire day. Because it's not that I'm saying to you, oh yeah, don't do the morning routine habits, don't meditate, don't journal, don't... Whatever it may be that you're doing in your morning routine, still do these things. Just make sure to not only map out your morning, map out the entire day, because you want to save as much brain power from your future self, so he doesn't need to think about what he's going to do, so he can just put his brain on autopilot and do the hard work, and get the results that he's always wanted. Alright, that's it. Put one foot in front of the other.